Hi, my name's Marty, and I never filmed an intro to this video. Also, there's going to be trash in the background of the whole thing, and I'm really mad about it, so please don't say anything about it. Marty from the past is going to talk to you about things that I have learned since being diagnosed with Tourette's. So, here is Marty from the past, unaware of the trash on her bed. Enjoy. People are afraid of what they don't know. This is something people already know, but it's hard to really understand unless you have something that people don't know. It's humiliating, and it makes me feel dirty and gross. I will be walking through school, and people will see me coming, and they will cross the street to avoid me. It's awful. It really shows people are afraid of what they don't know. Some people just don't give a shit. Even when I tell some of those people that cross the street to avoid me, hey, I have this thing, I can see that they don't believe me, or they can continue to treat me the same way. And I used to spend a lot of time caring about those people. It's not fucking worth it. Some people just won't get it. And that sucks, and it makes me angry, and it makes me sad. But it's also is their problem. And it's a big problem that they need to grow up and figure out. You get judged harder as a woman. I am terrified of going in public alone because I will yell things like rape me and fuck my pussy, finger me, woo! Let's get naked. Let's get naked. And I'm really, really terrified of something happening because that is a very real thing that will happen. I have also gotten hushed in public. Any men go, oh, that's just, I would hush anyone that was being loud if I didn't know what their problem was. Would you though? Because let's think about it for a second. I have seen plenty of men make gigantic disturbances in public by choice, and people just ignore it and go, boys being boys. When I'm being loud and annoying and I can't help it, I get told to be quiet and I get told I'm being inappropriate. Even when I tell them I have a condition, they're like, well, maybe you should go somewhere else. Which just isn't fair. It sucks. And it's scary. And I'm afraid of being attacked. All the time. All the time. And representation in the media really fucking matter. Intellectually, I knew, right? That we needed more representation. We needed better representation, more accurate representation. Now I know. When I found out that Billie Eilish had Tourette's, I was like, I get it now. I cannot tell you how happy I am to just have someone of that caliber have the same condition that I do. Just how empowering that is. On the other side, the inaccurate representation is really, really hurtful. Although swearing tics and inappropriate tics really suck. I'm almost lucky because that is the only part of Tourette's that they show in the media. When I tell people I have Tourette's, they go, the swearing disorder? And I go, no, not a swearing disorder. Some people have swearing, most of us don't. A lot of people with Tourette's often get told, you don't have Tourette's, you're not swearing. Which is a big fucking problem. It's a big problem to have your identity questioned because you don't do something that people expect. That's just not how things work. I have no other better way to say it than that. That's just not how things work. Education, for those of us that have disabilities, and for the public, is so empowering and so important. When I first got diagnosed, the guilt, the shame was overwhelming. So I started doing research and reading about my own disorder and how empowering that's been for me and to have a really deep, wide knowledge of it. Because it tells me that I'm not crazy. It tells me that I'm not faking. It tells me that I'm not abnormal. And it gives me the ability to have confidence in my own disorder because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It gives me that independence that I really, really needed. And that sort of education should be readily available for anyone that needs it. And it should be readily available for people that do not have those disorders. Because, like I said before, People are really terrified of what they don't know. I've met a lot of people who, or when they first saw me tick, I could see that they were terrified because they didn't know what to do. Once they start researching and educating themselves, how much more comfortable they become and how much more normal our interactions become is huge. And that's really important for people with disabilities. Really fucking important. Education, man. Can't understate it enough. Just how ableist society is. You don't really know unless you've lived it. The amount of times I've been told to get out of restaurants because I am being disruptive. I often have to tell people right off the bat what my problem is. People with disabilities and illnesses and problems should not have to reveal that in order to get the respect that they deserve. That's my life, and I don't have to tell you about it. But I do, if I want to be treated like a person. Even with the education that I've given myself. When I'm in public, I still find myself being like, I should just go. No. I have just as much a right to be there as anyone else. But the system is designed to make me feel bad. However intentional or unintentional that is. I feel fucking bad for something that I can't help. And that's not okay. Laughing about it is super helpful. One of the ways that I got myself to be more comfortable with this disorder is I laughed about it. I made jokes about it. I give permissions to my friends to make jokes about it because it's fucking ridiculous. It's a ridiculous disability. And having them laugh about it also proves to me that they are comfortable with me. Laughing also makes it more human, makes it less scary. It's just healthy. Life is ridiculous, and should be able to laugh about it sometimes. It is not my job to educate you. This one seems dumb because I am making an education video. I am doing that by choice. It is not my job to educate you. It is not my job to stop in the street every 5 minutes and talk to every single person I see and be like, this is what Tourette's is. Blah, 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 blah. I shouldn't have to do that. It's actually your job to go and take the time to do your own research because we have lives just as much as you do, and our whole lives should not have to revolve around educating you. It's not cool. If you find out that your friend or someone you work with or someone you've met in the street has a condition or an illness, Google it, look up stuff about it. You don't have to be an expert about it, but just to have that knowledge, and it helps raise awareness and it helps other people. That people will only see you for your condition. And people that only know me a little bit, I have heard refer to me as Tourette Smarty. I don't like that. It's a part of me, it's not me. A whole disabled person's identity does not revolve around that. Tourette's is just a part of my life. The same way that someone might have a birthmark. Same shit. I don't really have much more to say about that one. Disabled people are not inspirations for existing. We just exist. I've been told a lot of times that people think that I'm really brave for having Tourette's. Thank you. I didn't choose it. I just have it. I'm not rescuing children out of burning buildings. I just have a condition. I'm not an inspiration. If you see me as an inspiration, you might need to take a step back and look at as to why. I mean, thank you, but why? Finally, I am just as much of a person as anyone else. There are lots of days where I feel like a freak, or like I'm not even a human for my condition. Fucker, your freak show, walking freak show, freak, Mike, hey Mike, Mike, what day is it? Mike, what day? Hump day? Yeah, real freak show. But I am a human being. There have been times when I have felt like I deserve all the disrespect. I deserve the threats that I have gotten. I deserve to feel like shit. Because I don't belong in society. But I am a person, and I deserve to live just as fully as anyone else. And every other disabled person and every other minority deserves that as well. Thank you for watching. I really wanted to make that because I feel like I've learned some really valuable lessons, and I could probably make a part 2. And I hope that this was educational. I will be putting more information in the description box below if you are interested. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care of yourself. Have a lovely, wonderful day. Cocksucker. Bye-bye.